Thanks. It's pretty nice. Meta's doing okay too. Meta to me is just with how high IV is still. Meta's a little worrisome for me to trade, considering it's pretty expensive still. All right, guys, 20 seconds here until the open. Oh, I typed puts on. Oof, thank you. Thank you. I'm so used to saying puts. Thanks, Mark. All right, we're off, guys. We are open. Dropping here a little bit off the open. 115 calls are pretty cheap, but we are still about $5 away from where I want to trade it. 275 calls are going to be pretty expensive if we get back up there. Just be patient here, guys. Just let a trade come to us. After yesterday's move, I mean, I really wouldn't be surprised at all to see, to see things come back down a little bit at least. On YouTube, thoughts on Nvidia and Tesla? Yeah, so I mean, those are my two top watches today. I'm just looking for like another new high break. I'm watching the 115 break on Nvidia. If we can get up there, I would like to trade it. That doesn't mean I'm buying it down here or anything like that. And Tesla around 275. I'll probably like to trade it there if I see enough, buying pressure and all that. So right now we're just selling off. But yeah, like I said, with how crazy yesterday was, I wouldn't be surprised to some profit taking. I mean, we're just casually down, almost 5% on Nvidia and almost 3% on the market. This stuff seems normal now. It's just insane. There's the bear himself. Good morning, Farouk. Yeah, I know there's definitely a lot of margin, a lot of hedge funds having to get margin called right now. So that's interesting for sure. I really hate to hear that there's a lot of people selling that sold their 401ks and stuff like that. I hope that, I mean, that's honestly a good example for all of us to if you're involved in the markets like everyone here is, I don't think any of y'all would make that kind of decision based on something like this. But people that just don't know and they think the market's going to crash and the world's going to end and they freak out and do that, it's sad. But I wonder if those financial advisors tried to persuade them not to. Yeah, I mean, it's honestly really sad, especially people that did it like before retirement too. Even people that are retired and just haven't pulled it out. It's just sucks, but that's why this stuff is knowing this kind of stuff, guys, is so valuable. You'll forever be able to have some sort of market knowledge, whether you're day trading every single day or just kind of checking in here and there. I was thinking, I think my graduation present to myself is going to be a Herman Miller chair. Does anyone in here use that? You have a Herman Miller? Never heard of it. It's like one of the most prestigious chair brands. One of my friends has one. I sat in it and I was just like, oh my God. Oh, you have the uplift one? I know, Fruit. Can you like imagine living with that guy in that profile picture? I mean, it's ridiculous. Oh no. Yeah, but anyways, it was awesome. I was trying to get one, this brand new one on Facebook Marketplace yesterday, and the guy was out like asking $300. I was like, okay, it's sweet. And he told me I'm meeting someone tomorrow. I said I'll give you an extra $100 if you meet me today. And he ignored me. Yeah, I know. $300 is steal. Yeah, like think about like office buildings that buy them, and then they go out of business or something, and they just have a ton of those chairs. If I don't get this one, and once I get back home closer to the city, then you can just, if anyone's interested in them, there's a ton of just furniture resellers that sell them. I mean, guys, I was blown away. I didn't think I'd feel that much of a difference, but the amount of time I spend in a chair, it's worth the money. Yeah, 100% ESC. Yeah. Tesla back up 260. Nvidia trying to get bought up here, so we're seeing at least some sort of a base so far. Hopefully, we get some movement here soon, though. Meta is actually dropping off the most. Meta's the weakest one, looks like by far. Yeah, stick man, it's worth it. It's, I mean, I was blown away by it. But they also, Herman Miller and Logitech made a gaming one specific. Typically, Herman Miller is just like executive chair kind of stuff, conference rooms, stuff like that. But you may like that. I mean, if you want to throw $1,500 at a chair, actually, I think that gaming one's like 2,000. It's kind of weird looking. I don't like leather chairs. I would rather mesh. Um, well, it's just cooler. Yeah, yeah. I uh, I mean, for people that sit at their desk all day, they don't really think about investing in a good chair. I mean, I have a good one right now, but I mean, after being in the Herman Miller, Dead set on this. Nice, Breckle. Yeah, so this Uplift company, I think it's pretty new. I've heard about them a lot. So EFC, you've had a Herman Miller, and how do you compare it to your Uplift? This is like a chair talk stream right now, but the market is just like literally going flat right now, so there's nothing going on. This one looks cool. I gotta say, it's got a little bit more of an appeal. Yeah. This is a chair that I've seen a lot of traders use as well by Uplift. I like the way that the back of it looks, honestly. I mean, I hate to be picky on how it looks, but I think this one's cool. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say dumping, but we're definitely coming down. About to make a new low. But I mean, look at the video. We're just kind of sitting here in like a $1 range. Tesla's pretty choppy. Meta's really the only one that sold off a lot. Amazon's pretty flat. So right now, there's honestly not a lot of opportunity on the stock side of things. We'll see if the market comes down. But like I said, I'm not really interested in playing the downside again today. Even though I do think we could come down after how big of a bounce we had yesterday. I don't really want to trade back into yesterday's range for one. And two, I think that people are going to be interested in dip buying. So it could cause that downside price action to be a bit choppy. The one day I don't live trade, we had like one of the biggest days in history. I hated it, but I think most of us did well. A headrest on a Herman Miller is freaking $130. There's no way. Yeah, Farouk, you need to get Wyatt to shave his beard. It's honestly ridiculous. In real life, I mean, too. I mean, it's just insane. It's like peach fuzz, little fella. I have hair. Man, what a uneventful open so far. Amazon's coming down a little bit. I mean, honestly, Meta's the biggest mover right now. I'm just not seeing anything else that looks appealing. I hate it. Maybe I am. What was the news on Meta? Someone talked about that. I mean, this thing is the only thing that is moving the best here. They got a lower price target by Piper Sandler. That's going to be the news. Yeah. Trump just comes out. He goes, just out. Inflation is down. Oh, man. Walmart. Look at Walmart pretty good today. I wonder if that has to do with rates possibly coming down. I don't know. Could just be a rest day, guys. I mean, even typically after like a crazy earnings move, right? The next day, a lot of the times could just kind of be flat. Not much movement will happen because you got guys selling for profit. You got people buying on the good earnings news. If it's an example where it goes up. So I'm not surprised to kind of see a choppy open here. However, even though I got to leave early, you guys may want to pay attention. I think maybe late in the morning, that's where you could see some sort of movement after this little bit in the morning. This first 30 minutes to an hour is over with. To me, this is one of those days where you can see like an afternoon move. Oh yeah. Did y'all see Trump said looks like a good time to buy DJT, and then boom, he paused his tariffs. That's pretty crazy. I'm surprised he would even do that. But yeah, yesterday, pretty nice move. The IV's really 211%. Jeez, it's 230 now. And look how cheap the contracts still are. That's pretty crazy. Amazon, nice bounce here. We're seeing the whole market kind of bounce back. I do like to see that. Tesla's trying to come back here. Come on, NVIDIA. Nvidia's just got a ways, man. I mean, $5 move on that without the market doing what it did yesterday is kind of hard. So maybe Tesla's going to be the only thing we could get here. But we're still down 3% on the day on SPY, guys, and down 2.5% on NQ. So SPY, Nvidia, and Tesla are hugging their 200 EMAs. Yeah, things are pretty tight this morning. Apple ended up bouncing back up pretty nicely. I don't know, just kind of a waiting game right now. Costco's ripping. Interesting. Yeah, so Walmart and Costco, so consumer stocks are doing well. Home Depot and Lowe's are down, though. Nike's down, Lulu's down, Under Armour's down, Bed Bath & Beyond. That's not Bed Bath & Beyond. What is that? Best Buy, not Bed Bath & Beyond. Kroger's up, Dollar Tree's up, Dollar General's up, Celsius is up. Yeah, Costco's in well, Walmart's in well, Target is not. Lockheed, where's my defense watch list here? Yeah, Lockheed up $3.5 today. Raytheon's up nice. Boeing down. All the airlines are down as well. All of tech is down. All of crypto is down. Micron is down the most today. It's down almost 9%. Airlines are all down 5 to 8%, 9%. Interesting. Well, we're about 22 minutes in, and so far we have gone basically nowhere. We've opened up down, red on the day on most things, and we haven't really gone anywhere. So I thought we were going to get a pretty decent trade this morning, but got to be disciplined here. Trade what's in front of you. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? I'm honestly very surprised. I mean, I thought we'd have some sort of direction today, but it seems like it's just kind of a rest day. Honestly, I'm seeing decently low volume on most things. So that just shows me that there's just not a lot of attention here today. A lot of people sidelines. Let's see. So we had CPI this morning. I don't know why CPI is not on my. Oh, never mind. I'm just looking at Wednesday. Yes, then we have PPI final demand tomorrow. That'll move the market a little bit. Consumer sentiment as well later in the day. Other than that, a lot of um, treasury bonds like announcements today, and then a couple speakers late in the afternoon. But earnings, I believe tomorrow is when BlackRock and JPM are. Yeah, so we have a lot of banks. So the rule of thumb is, guys, when you all start seeing banks come into earnings, that's typically the start of earnings season again. Okay. So from what I remember, that's how it should work. So I'm guessing that we're going to start having some earnings coming in later in the later in the month. Right, we just got kind of done with Q1. So we got JPM, BlackRock, Morgan Stanley, Wells Fargo, all reporting tomorrow before the open. And then next week, we got Goldman Sachs, Interactive Brokers. Yeah, here we go. Here comes earnings, guys. All right, so then we got Netflix next Thursday. That's honestly the biggest tech one. American Express, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, this is only ones that are going to be that are already scheduled, so things could change. 3 a.m. We have Tesla on Tuesday, April 22nd. We have let's see, any other big tech names here. We got Boeing on the 23rd, pre-market. Boeing's typically pre-market though. We got Google, Roku on Thursday, Intel. Other than that, I don't see anything crazy, but there could still be some scheduled. Typically, like Google and Apple and all that are on the same day. Nope, Apple's scheduled for the let's see, May 1st. That's interesting with Coin. For anyone that wants to look at the website that I'm on, if you're on Discord. Yeah, my spy trades were okay yesterday. I think I played puts like earlier on in the morning, made some money there. And then I traded I caught some of that news move in the middle of the day, Geo. So it was kind of interesting. I never trade SPY, and I was honestly more comfortable trading SPY than a random name, random stock in a scenario like that. So it was good. I mean, these freaking contracts move crazy. I mean, especially because the IV is through the roof. All right, we're seeing a little bit of selling pressure here. NQ and SPY coming down. It's honestly not what I wanted at all. So hopefully it doesn't last too long. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm back. Um, let's see this. We got a little bit more of a sell off here. Meta still, to me, the biggest mover here to the downside. Looks like Tesla had a decent little low of the day. Little the day scalp that we could have taken there, maybe. I don't know. Not worth losing money on, I can tell you that. I don't know. Have y'all taken any trades this morning? Anything interesting going on that y'all are seeing that I may be missing? I can't see it all, so if y'all have anything that looks good, or feel free to let me hear it. Some spy puts, nice. Penny stocks, okay. Jeez, New York is the Yeah, it's probably pretty self-explanatory, but it's the wealthiest city in the world with 350,000 millionaires. New York City is home to 744 people worth at least 100 million and 60 billionaires. The combined total wealth of the city's residents is greater than 3 trillion. Wow. Let's see. Well, I'm glad you're staying disciplined if your checklist isn't getting hit. You're still swinging. You're swinging puts from where'd you enter, Trev? Spy call scalp. Nice guys. Honestly, like I said earlier, I never trade spy, but in a scenario like this, sometimes it's kind of hard to pick a specific stock because a lot of these stocks are just kind of getting traded with the market rather than moving on their own most of the time. So I was pretty comfortable just trading SPY, especially on news like we had and the liquidity of SPY right now. I mean, there's just so much volume that you can get filled very very easily. Not that SPY is ever a problem, but I actually for the first time ever I was trying to sell into that rip yesterday, right? Midday. And like none of my limit sells would work. And then I try market, my market sales wouldn't go through. Like, I mean, I probably had a 3 or 4 or 5 second delay on my market sales when whenever SPY was running like 10 points in one candle. So that was somewhat scary and just kind of weird. But we had also never seen anything like that. So how'd those go, Trev? ARQQ still up 1.8% on move with the market, quantum security, encryption. Interesting. Quantum stocks must be holding up. Nice job, Shrev. That's awesome, man. $681. I love that. You need to get in a coaching program, it looks like, Shrev. Are you interested in that? It looks like you have some older roles. Zero time. Okay. Well, if you have access to it, you might as well hop into one. Oh, yeah, I bet. Well, congrats, man. Another one on the way. I was pretty I'm surprised. Did not many of y'all watch White Lotus? TNT, did you start it? The season's over now, so you could binge watch the whole thing. Nice. There you go. Nobody else though, huh? That's very surprising. White Lotus. I'll type it. Yeah, I won't. Yeah, season 3 is a new one. Yeah. Well, guys, I'm about to have to wrap things up here, so I know it was kind of quick, but look, when you see price action, like I mean, for Amazon, for example, I mean, Spy moved a little bit okay, but when you see price action like this, that should be a huge sign to stay away from the market right now. I mean, look, I think later in the day, maybe there's some trades there, but I think that we could easily just be seeing a rest day right now after yesterday's crazy move. So I think it's probably best to take it easy. Meta, like I said, had a pretty big move, but other than that, I don't think I've missed out on really anything. The one thing that I probably could have traded was the Tesla low, the day break right there through 255. But even that, isn't super enticing. So if there's any last minute questions, guys, throw them at me. I hate leaving early, but I'll have my computer. I have to get to this certain class here in 25 minutes. So I would skip it if I could. Yeah, thank you. LIQSK. 850 profit, John. I love it. Great job, guys. Like I said, I'll have my laptop with me, so I'll still be able to talk to you guys. Well, good, John. John, are you in the coaching? You're in Lee's, but still good. Awesome, guys. All right. Well, have a great rest of the day. And for my coaching students, I'll see y'all tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And we'll go from there. But I'll be around in the chats for the day. So, all right, guys. Adios. Bye-bye.